The cruel princess forced her fiancé to fulfill their marriage contract, but he refused firmly. Seeing this, the princess decided to execute his entire family. The fiancé angrily asked her if she was not afraid of retribution, but the princess showed no fear, even declaring that no one dared to punish her. Right after saying this, she was struck dead by a thunderbolt. At the same time, a modern girl had her soul wrongly taken by an underworld judge. To make amends, the judge decided to let her transmigrate into the princess's body. He warned her to protect the star deity who was going through tribulations in the mortal world, because he held the key to the imperial court's fall and also affected her lifespan. The next second, the girl woke up. Just as she was rejoicing in her second life, a maid came to report that the emperor was going to execute her fiancé to avenge her. The girl rushed out hurriedly, for the judge had told her the fiancé was actually the star deity. On the way, she accidentally bumped into a handsome man. The girl stopped him and asked for directions to the execution ground. The man glanced toward the palace across the way, but it was too far. The girl begged him to take her there by lightness skill, however, the man refused without hesitation. The girl immediately promised she would give him money. Upon hearing this, the man lifted her and flew off. The girl's screams echoed across the sky, and soon she landed at the execution ground. When the emperor saw his beloved princess was still alive, he took her hand tightly. Seizing the chance, the girl demanded the execution be called off. She said she would never force the fiancé again and set him free. Though suspecting a trick, the fiancé left in a hurry. After the crisis was resolved, the girl began planning her new life as the princess. She noticed the handsome man was still waiting there and grew puzzled, but the man fixed his eyes on her, reminding her she hadn't paid him yet. It turned out the man was a general guarding the border. Due to constant warfare and lack of supplies, he had come to the imperial palace to raise funds, but the emperor feared the general's growing influence and refused to provide any support. The man had to sell his general's estate, but still fell far short. He knelt stubbornly outside the palace and refused to leave. Seeing this, the girl claimed that she could give him a large sum, but the condition was that he become her male concubine. The man felt deeply humiliated and did not agree. However, he soon received a letter from the border. The severe winter was about to come, but his soldiers still had no equipment to resist the cold. The man drank to bolster his courage, then went to the princess's mansion alone. He took off his clothes and knelt on the ground, begging the princess to feel free to touch him. The girl felt excited and shy, never expecting the man had actually agreed. But just then, a voice announced the emperor's arrival. The man was so frightened that he immediately threw himself into her arms.